you. Are you guys excited? Are you super excited? And if you are, say yes in the comments. Pop in a yes. If you're pumped up and you're all excited, pop in a yes. Let me have a look. And we have had an amazing 2 days, haven't we? It's absolutely amazing. So lots of new people here today. So for the new people, you're probably wondering, who's this guy? Who's this Jeevan Sahadevan? So let me introduce myself. Instead, you know what? I'm not going to introduce myself at all. So I'm going to get you guys who've been with me for 2 days. You're going to introduce myself. So tell the new guys in the room something about Jeevan. What do you feel about Jeevan Sahadevan? Tell them who Jeevan Sahadevan, something about me. Pop it into the comments. Let your friends know. Come on, pop it in, pop it in. The number one business coach in majors, super business coach, legend, world class. Tell them all, tell them all, tell them all. 6 feet tall and bulletproof. So there you go, guys. So those all the new guys, have a look. So this is what these guys are saying about me. But I like handsome. So Shirley said handsome. Thank you, Shirley. So it has been a mind-blowing 2 days. So I'm glad you're here for the last segment, the next two sections, which is wealth mastery and time mastery. However, you have missed a huge amount of stuff, like these guys are saying right now. You've missed all kinds of stuff. So you really do want to jump on and sign up for the session in August. And I think it's ridiculously cheap as well. I don't know how much it is, 100 ringgit or something like that. So go for it, sign it up before they close the doors, get in. And here's what's happened. So for the benefit of everyone who's in the room right now, new or old, here was what the 2 days is all about. I'm covering 7 things, 7 masteries. So I've been coaching people now for 21 years and making businesses millions, individuals and businesses, absolute millions. I've turned more companies around than anybody else out there. And today I shared, yesterday and today I shared a huge amount of explosive information. So here were the 7 things that the whole 2 weekends is about. Number 1 is mindset mastery. So the first thing everybody learned was mindset mastery. So you guys remember the 7 mindsets. You got to take those 7 mindsets, work on it, and you'll have an explosive business. That was the first one, mindset mastery. Then we went on to sales mastery, where you learn my 8 sales skills. So my 8 sales skills will completely transform your life, your business, your selling, everything. And then today we went into marketing mastery, where we looked at the 3 sacred concepts of business, and we looked at a 7-sentence marketing strategy. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff. Then we went into relationship mastery, where I taught everyone 18 practices to have phenomenal relationships with customers, prospects, suppliers, friends, everybody out there. Then we went into self-mastery. Self-mastery is where you learn how to master yourself. Before you can master anything out there, you want to master yourself. What are the keys to mastering yourself? What's the research showing? So you learned a lot of stuff in that. And now we've got 2 left. So all of you visitors, welcome. You get 2 of the very exciting ones. One, which I'm going to go in right now, is wealth mastery. So many people, when they make money in business, they don't do very much with that money, so they don't grow their wealth. How do you do this? How do you grow your wealth? I'm going to give you 8 keys. 8 keys. Now, all you've got to do is take a whole bucket load of notes, pay very close attention, and execute these 8 keys, and you'll blow your wealth through the roof. It's absolutely amazing. My clients are not just successful in their businesses, but they also are very, very wealthy. And it's simply because we execute and implement some very specific things, which you're going to learn very shortly. And of course, the last thing I'll share before we close for the day is time mastery. You're going to learn how to master your time. A very simple formula I'm going to teach you, which I've been teaching to my clients for many years now, and it helps everybody get a complete control of their time. If you find you've got no time for anything, well, then you really need to learn time mastery. So, to everyone in the room, if you're excited, say, I'm excited. Pop it into the comments. Hey, I'm excited. If you're excited, pop it in that you're excited. Let me see you. Judith's excited. Maureen is excited. Minkin, you're excited. You're super excited. And as I promised you on day 1, so the session was from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 9 o'clock at night. As I promised you on day 1, it would just go like that. And you're like, it's all over. Same with tonight's session. Just like that, it's going to be 9 o'clock and it's all going to be all over. So my suggestion to you is you switch this off, chuck this aside, don't let anyone disturb you. Get your pen and paper, get your notebooks out or your laptops or whatever you want to take notes with, and take a lot of notes, because we're covering something that people don't often teach in the marketplace. And, it's just something so valuable for all of us. All right, let's get started. Let's go right in. So I'm going to take you through wealth mastery. At some point, it's going to hit you that your wealth is either growing or it's not, and you want to build your wealth. But how? How do you do that? I remember many years ago when I asked a financial planner, I said, can you teach me how how to build my wealth. And he sold me unit trust. I said, that's not wealth building. So people don't teach this stuff. There's not a lot of people that teaches this stuff. And if you're going to learn it, you got to learn it from someone who is wealthy. There's no point learning it from a person who's out there, who's trying to teach you something, and then they're not wealthy themselves. So you're learning it from someone who is not just teaching this to you, but executed this for years. And my clients executed as well. And we all are lifting everybody up. So this is known as a rising tide. The rising tide lifts all ships. So all of you, I want to lift all of your ships. You're all going to climb up and you're going to do very well. Just execute everything that you learn. And if you want more information about all the previous session that we did yesterday and today, then talk to your friends. Talk to the person who invited you. Maybe they can practice sharing some of the things that they learned so that you get something, and see you in August. All right, so wealth mastery, 8 keys. I'm going to give you 8 keys. You need to be a master of all the 8 keys. Each and every one of the keys, master it, do very well in it. So here's the first key. Now, before you can become very, very wealthy and to grow your wealth, one of the things you need to really be good at is to create breakthroughs. You need to learn how to engineer, how to create breakthroughs. How do you create breakthroughs in your marketing, in your sales, in your business, and all the different things? You need to do that. As I work with my clients, in the last 21 years, I've had a few 100,000 people going through my programs, and I've created breakthrough after breakthrough, all kinds of stuff. If you want a preview on some of this, catch my radio shows. It's every first Monday at 11 o'clock on BFM. I've been doing them for 11 years. My TV shows, I don't do them anymore. I did it for 2 years, but catch my radio shows. You get a lot of breakthrough information there. But first, let me take you through it. So key number 1 is creating breakthrough. Someone type it out. Key number 1 is creating breakthrough. So there are 3 parts to this. You gotta master this so that you can constantly create breakthroughs in your wealth. So the 3 parts are strategy, story, state. Strategy, story, state. So let me take you through each one. So the first one is strategy. If you want to create a breakthrough, whether it's in your wealth, in your marketing, in your sales, you need to have a strategy. So now specifically, I'm talking about money. So under strategy, I want to give you 6 things. So under strategy for money, so the first thing is take control. Take control of your money. So what's your strategy to take control of your money? Some people do a monthly budget. They do monthly budgeting. Some people have multiple accounts. Some people use an Excel spreadsheet just to calculate everything. What's your strategy to take control of your money? Many people have absolutely no control. When their salary enters their bank account, or their director's dividends or cash flow enters the bank account, it just finishes. Have you ever had that situation where there's not enough month at the end of the money rather than the other way around? So take control. So what's your strategy to take control? Think about this for a second. What's your strategy to take control of your money? How do you do this? What do you do? So that's the first part in strategy. There's 6 parts in strategies. Second is role modeling. Who are you role modeling for your wealth? For your wealth building, who are you role modeling? Because you could be having a very poor strategy. If you're role modeling the wrong person, if you're role modeling someone who's not at all wealthy, then you're not really getting a very good strategy in place. So who are you role modeling? What are you role modeling? And this is very interesting, because when you look at someone who's not rich, who's poor, and you look at a wealthy person, their strategies are very different. The way they run things, like you're going to learn some very important things shortly. But the question then is, who are you role modeling? So write down the names of 1 or 2 people that you want to role model, that you want to use them as a role model. You want to study them a little bit to figure out what are they doing. That's how I did it. I studied the extreme wealthy people, from clients to associates to alliances to friends, and got a lot of information. I got a lot of role modeling. So you want to ask yourself that. Number 3 for strategy is research good information. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there in the marketplace on some get-rich-quick schemes and all kinds of nonsense, a lot of which just doesn't work. So research good info. Get some very good info. Read some good books. Look at some good research papers. Look at some financial planning literature. Get some research done. Number 4, ask and receive. Ask someone that you see doing really well and receive information. Ask and receive. Find out what's going on. So this is your strategy. Number 5, test. Test different methods. Test properties. You see, if you think properties are a way for you to go, test it. Start buying terrace houses, semi-Ds, bungalows. Test crypto. Don't just say crypto's nonsense and you don't want to use it. Test it in a small scale first. And the last one is measure. As you test, you measure. You measure everything that you're doing. See, all of this is your strategy. So if you want to create breakthroughs, it's strategy, story, and state. So the first part is you're going to take a look at your strategy. So when it comes to wealth, what's your strategy? Most people have absolutely no strategy. So for example, marketing. I gave all of you today a strategy for your marketing, a 7-sentence strategy. The first one starting with your marketing objective. Then we looked at your acquisition cost. We also looked at your lifetime value. This is your strategy for marketing. So for your wealth, you need a strategy. So you need to take a look at it. So take control of your money first, role model what's out there that's working, research good info, ask and receive, test, and then measure. Do these 6 things and you're starting to have a strong strategy in place. Number 2 is story. Now, here's the first part of the story. Stop telling yourself lies to look and to feel good. Many people tell themselves stories in their head just to look good and to feel good. So you got to stop doing that. And let me give you an example of a lie. When you tell yourself that you can't be rich, you can't be successful, you can't double your net worth, that's actually a lie. There's always a strategy on how to do that. So you got to start taking a look at what are the things you're saying to yourself. You got to stop telling yourself lies. Second, you got to stop thinking small. You're not going to get anywhere if you think small. If you come up with a very small goal, you'll have very small behavior, and you're not going to do very well in your business or in all those things that bring you money. If you're just going to keep buying very small terrace houses, it's going to be very difficult for you to make a lot of money. You need a lot of money also to make a lot of money. So you got to stop thinking small. You got to start thinking, okay, look, how am I going to do this? What are some of the investments I'm going to start going in a very big way? To give you a very good example of this, when I talk to someone who invests in, say, unit trust, one of the things I tell them is you need to learn to do as a minimum rule in your life is 6-figure investing. 6-figure investing is minimum 100,000. So start looking. If you're just putting in 4,000 in one unit trust, 3,000 in another one, 2,000 in another one, you're not going to make much money. A 100% return on 2,000 ringgit is 2,000 ringgit. That's just nothing. That's not going to do anything for you. So you got to think of that. You got to think, okay, 6-figure investing, you got to have a rule. So we're going to come to all of this in a little bit, but change your story. Number 3, your beliefs. So under story, this is the third one, your beliefs. You got to take a look at the beliefs. What do you believe about your wealth? Do you believe you could double your net worth in 7 years? Now give it the time, but what do you believe about your wealth? What do you believe about your net worth? What are your beliefs? Number 4, values. Do you value money? Do you value hard work? So what are the things you need to value in order to increase your wealth? What are some things you got to value? So let's take a look at business. If you want to be successful in business, what are the things you got to value? You got to value marketing. You've got to value sales. You've got to value recruitment, training, coaching. You've got to value leadership. You've got to value systems, processes, operations. So when it comes to wealth, what do you need to value? That this is important. So you got to value 6-figure investing as an example. Then comes your environment. You have to pay attention to your environment. And is this environment conducive for your success? What are some things that you need to start, stop, do more, do less for in your environment in order for you to be successful? And this is important. So take a look at your 5 closest friends. Your income is plus minus 20% of your 5 closest friends. Take a look at it. So if you want to change your income, maybe you've got to start introducing some new friends of higher income. Now, I've got a rule called the 5+1 rule. So if you, for example, so what does that mean? If you hang around with 5 drug addicts, you'll be the 6th. If you hang around with 5 people who own SUVs, you'll be the 6th guy to own an SUV. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. You hang around 5 marketing legends, you'll be the 6th. So who's the 5 you're going to hang around with? You want to pay attention to that. And the last one in story is your goals. What kind of goals do you have? So what's the story in your subconscious mind, in your head? What are you telling? The third component is state. So in creating breakthrough, you've got to have a strategy. You've got to have a better story. You've got to have a proven strategy. You've got to have a better story. And thirdly, you've got to have a powerful state. This is also very, very important. Now, every day you need to choose the emotional state you want to be in. Are you going to be in a fed up, victimized state? You feel like giving up? That's a state that you're choosing. What kind of emotional state do you want to be in? When you go to work on a Monday morning, what's the state you're going in? When you go to do your investment, what's the state you're going in? That's the first thing in state. The second thing in state is physiology, your actual body movement. When a client comes into my office and they're feeling really depressed, the first thing I get them to do, I say, can you count the lights in my ceiling? So they look up and they start counting all the lights in the ceiling. And immediately they feel better and say, hey, coach, I feel better. I said, you know why? The reason is when you look up, you're accessing the visual cues. So when you access the visual cues, then that immediately starts changing your physiology. When a person is sad or down, guess what they do? They look down and they close up and they close their solar plexus and their breathing goes shallower because they're accessing the kinesthetic cues. And Tony Robbins covers this very, very well in all of his books, his seminars. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So you wanna work on that. You wanna work on your physiology. Now the next one is the words. I noticed that the words a person uses affects their behavior. And this is quite interesting. So when you're walking down the street and someone says, hey, how are you? How are you doing? You're not bad. So what's your reference? Bad. Not bad. The reference is bad. So you want to change your words. If someone says, how are you doing? So I'm cashing checks. So you change your words, change your physiology. Immediately, your physiology changes when you change your words. The next one is sight. What do you see? So start seeing better about your business, see better about people, see better about the economy, see opportunities everywhere you go rather than problems. Right now, post-pandemic, everyone's seeing problems. They're seeing businesses that are closing shop. You've got to see opportunities. March 18, 2020, when the lockdowns began, businesses started crashing. I started pulling out one by one all of my clients. And one of the things I did was I got them to see opportunities despite the problems in the pandemic. And we had to pivot their businesses to look at the things that we could do to survive. And the rule I had with them was very, very simple. Survive first, thrive second. So our priority was to survive first and then thrive second. And this is very, very powerful. So you want to do that. And the last one is feelings. Learn to feel better about yourself all the time. Have better feelings about yourself, about your business, about your staff, about the economy. Just learn to develop better feelings about it. Now, if you look at this is key number one. This is creating breakthroughs. So I've gone through some of this stuff, and you can go as deep as you want. You can visit the works of Tony Robbins or Brian Tracy or all the other guys out there, Napoleon Hill, Joseph Murphy. So you can visit a lot of their works, but it'll come back to these three things: strategy, story, state. All these are the three ingredients for creating breakthroughs in anything in your life. Strategy, story, state. So change the strategy, have a better story, have a powerful state, boom, you'll get all kinds of breakthroughs happening there. That's key number one. Okay, so that's the first key. Now, so someone's asked a question here. We've got a question. May I know what is after mental state? So well, you've got strategy, you've got story, and you've got state. So under state, you've got 5 things. You've got choose your emotional state. Second is your physiology. Choose your physiology. Third is your words. Fourth is your sight, what you see. And fifth is your feelings, okay? Now, all of this is key number one. So now you know how to create breakthroughs. Okay, now the fun begins. Okay, so now that you know how to create breakthroughs, it's very important, yeah? The foundational skill in wealth building is creating breakthroughs. If you can't do that, you lose a little bit of money, you're going to take a hit. You're going to take a hit, you're going to fall flat. So you need to make sure you're very good at creating breakthroughs. All right, now we go to key number 2. Key number 2 is wealth levels. There are 5 wealth levels. Now I want all of you to see what level are you playing at. If anyone in this room is at level 5, congratulations. That's the phenomenal level. So let's take a look at the 5 wealth levels. Be very honest with yourself. This is only for you, yeah? It's for your own knowledge. So make sure you know this. Now let's take a look. Okay, 5 wealth levels. So key number 2 is wealth levels, and there are 5. Level 1. Level 1 is known as basic financial security. Someone type it out. Basic financial security. What is this? Now, if you're in level 1, if you're not even in level 1 and you're at level 0, then you don't even have basic financial security. So what is basic financial security? Thank you, Shamir. What is basic financial security? It means 5 things can be paid throughout your life. So you are able to pay for 5 things throughout your life. No issue, you can pay. What are the 5 things? And you need to total up this amount. Your home, which is your rental or your loan, your home. Number 2 is your utilities, which is your electricity, water, and all those things. Number 3 is your food. Number 4 is your car. Number 5 is your insurance. Write down the value of each of this and total it up. Does it total up to what? 10,000, 12,000, 7,000? If you can pay for these 5 things for the rest of your life, effortlessly, you can pay for these 5 things. Congratulations, you've entered level 1 or you've passed level 1. All right. If you can't pay for these 5 things, then you're in trouble, because then you're falling out of level 1. So level 1 is you're able to pay for all of these 5 things. So have a figure, write down a figure, what that figure is, okay? That's level 1. Now you don't want to stay in level 1. Level 1 is not rich. You don't want to stay in level 1, but that's your starting point. Level 2. Level 2 is financial comfort. So put that in. Now, well, what if I don't have a car? Then you can pay for your Grab, okay? As long as you can pay for your Grab. In other words, transportation, okay? If you're able to pay for transportation wherever you need to go. So that's what it means, Pauline. All right, number 2 is financial comfort. What is financial comfort? It is all of level 1 plus some comfort spending money. You can buy some toys for your kids. You can go and have a nice meal. You can take Jeevan out for a nice dinner. Some comfort spending money, that is level 2. If you can do this, if you can pay all of level 1 plus you have some comfort spending money, congratulations, you are in level 2. Now, don't think that's a great level to hang out. You want to go beyond. Okay, but congratulations, you're in level 2. Now comes level 3. Everyone here, you want to aim to get to level. Forget level 1 and 2. Where you want to go is level 3 and above. So yes, you can pay for all the 5 things of level 1 plus comfort spending money. That's level 2. So level 1 is basic financial security. Level 2 is financial comfort. Level 3 is financial independence. What's that? I give you a formula for that. Financial independence, here's the formula. PI is greater than E. PI is greater than E. What is that? PI stands for passive income is greater than expenses. Your total expenses in your life, your passive income is greater than those expenses. It means you no longer need to work, but you're working because you want to work, but you no longer need to. Now calculate your number. How much should it be for you? Now I'm not talking active income here. The money you get from the sales that you're doing with the Kangen machine, that's active income. Passive income can be things like royalties, rentals, dividends from stocks you own, and all these things. Now, what are your expenses and how much passive income do you need? So this is the 3rd level. Now, this is where people start messing up. You see, when it comes to wealth, wealth is all about, we're playing with this whole concept of passive income. Active income is just one side of the story, and that's what we're used to. But you got to get to this formula. You got to get your passive income is greater than expense. So now write down your numbers. If your expenses is 30,000 a month, then you need to have, say, 31,000 in passive income. And that's the game. So now how much passive? So write how much passive income you got right now. If you got 2,500 a month, write it down. If you got 0, write it down. So you got to see this side of the equation is going to become stronger than this side of the equation. The PI must be greater than your E. So like what Kiam has written down, passive income is greater than expenses. Then comes level 4. Level 4 is financial freedom. Now, what's that? What's financial freedom? So just now you had financial independence. Now you've got financial freedom. Financial freedom is PI is greater than E plus 3. PI is greater than E plus 3. So someone type it out. PI greater than E plus 3. So what's that? So what this means is your passive income is greater than your expenses plus 3 big luxuries. You are able to buy 3 big luxuries, maybe a Rolex watch, a holiday for 2 weeks in the Maldives, and maybe a nice car. So your passive income is greater than E plus 3 big luxuries. Many people stop at this stage. And that's fine. This is a lovely stage to be in. And many people just hang out at this stage. So they're very comfortable in this place. And this is a nice place to be comfortable in. Then comes level 5. Level 5, and all the billionaires and a lot of the centimillionaires, they're all in level 5. What's level 5? Level 5 is incredible wealth. So what's incredible wealth? AAA. Anything, anytime, any price. You can buy anything, anytime, at any price. That's level 5. That's a great level to be in. Buy anything you want, anytime you want, at any price that it is. So that's level 5. So these are the 5 levels of wealth. This is where you want to go. So you got to start somewhere. So I'm hoping in all of you, you're not below level 1 at the very least. You're level 1, 2, or level 3, or who knows, some of you could even be at level 4. Now, you got to start somewhere. So this is your map. I'm giving you a financial map, and you got to write this down and start planning this. Have a goal by 2024. Where are you in these levels? Don't stay in level 1 for the next 10 years. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Okay, so that's something that you got to do. Okay, that's key number 2. So key number 1 is creating breakthroughs. Key number 2 is wealth levels. Key number 3 is financial planning. Welcome to my world of financial planning. So now I am going to teach you one of the most powerful things you'll ever learn in your wealth building. This information is so powerful. I've been teaching it for more than 15 years, and clients have been applying this, and people have been getting very, very rich because of number 3. In 2013, December 2013, is that in November or December? Property Insight magazine interviewed me, did a 5-page interview on me to find out what the heck is Jeevan teaching, because they knew about my financial planning method, which I'm going to give you now. They knew about it, and they came to extract that information because they wanted to learn, how was I turning so many people into multimillionaires? What was I doing? And they did a 5-page interview. They extracted everything to get my map and my model out. They wanted to know. And then I also did a session on, you can get this on YouTube, with Star Property. So Star Property interviewed me, 41-minute interview. And that interview is, you can find it on YouTube, is one of the most watched interviews ever done by Star Property. There, and I shared the same financial planning model. So today it's your turn. I'm going to give it to you. So here's something I want to tell you before I give you the model. Follow exactly. Many times when I teach this to someone, I get a lot of heroes in the room and they want to change things. So the first thing is you need to open 3 bank accounts. 1, 2, 3. So in a triangle. You need to open how many bank accounts? 3. There's always somebody in the room who says, I can do this with 2. So keep in mind, as a business coach, I don't just work on your business strategy, I also work on your psychology. My original model, when I first started teaching it, because I got this from a centimillionaire. I got this from a centimillionaire, and he just taught it very randomly. My original model was 2 bank accounts, and it didn't work. Many people were not following and are not doing it, and that's when I graduated the model to a 3 bank account model. It became phenomenal. Many people started using this and growing their wealth tremendously. And you are going to explode your wealth by doing this model, 3 bank accounts. Okay, are you excited? Are you guys excited? Tell me in the comments if you're pumped up and you're excited. Pop it into the comments. Are you ready to learn this model? Do you want to learn this model? Do you want it now or you want it in August? When do you want it? Do you want to learn it now or in August? When do you want to learn it? Now. Everyone's saying now. Okay, so here's how it works. In your piece of paper in front of you, and now here's the thing, you're going to open 3 bank accounts here. So before I do that, so for the Malaysians in the room, all the Malaysians, what's the best bank to open an account in? For the Malaysians in the room, which is the best bank? What do you think? Someone said BSN, Maybank. Singaporeans, what's the best bank? The British gang here, what's the best bank? The Turkish gang, what's the best bank? Some are saying Public Bank, CIMB, Maybank, RHB. Okay, here's the answer, guy. The bank nearest to your house, that's the best bank, okay? It doesn't matter. They're all the same. They're all got the same stuff. It doesn't really matter. Small differences here and there. Who cares? What I need you to do is have 3 bank accounts, all right? If you already have 3 bank accounts, you're good to start. If you don't have 3 bank accounts, you go and open one tomorrow. 3 bank accounts, and that's that. So now here's what you do. I want you to draw 3 circles in the form of a triangle. So 1 on top, one on the left-hand side, 1 on the right-hand side. Draw the 3 circles, and that's your 3 bank accounts. Okay, good, Lina. You already got your 3 bank accounts. You're good to go. All right. Now, listen very closely to the formula I'm going to share with you. This is going to make you very, very, very rich. This is the formula I've used to turn so many people into millionaires and multimillionaires. So listen closely. Don't fight with the formula. Follow exactly for 1 year. After, do whatever you want. Okay? Now, the first account on top is known as your sitting account, as in sit. You're sitting on a chair. So that's a sitting account. On the left-hand side is your lifestyle account. The one on the left-hand side. So on top is sitting account. This side, left-hand side, is lifestyle account. On the right-hand side is your fortress account. Fortress, your financial fortress. So these are your 3 bank accounts. Now, It can be any kind of account, savings account, checkbook account, whatever it is, that's entirely up to you. The only important thing is the account on top, the sitting account, you got to have online access because you're going to transfer things across. All right. Now, what are the 3 accounts about? The sitting account is the account that collects money in your life, whether it's your salary or your director's dividends or your commissions from your Kangen sales, whatever money enters your life, including ang pao. If you go to Chinese New Year, you go to someone's house and they give you an ang pao of 100 ringgit, even that goes into this account. Any money you find $50 on the floor, that goes into this account. Everything goes into the sitting account. Agreed? Right? You can do that? Everything goes into the sitting account. Whatever money in your life goes in. So it's called salary, it's called dividend, it's called commission, it's called a lot of things. I call it one word, I call it cash flow. Whatever cash flow flows into my life, it flows into this account. Now, once the money comes into this account, you're going to make one of the most important financial decisions of your life, the percentage split. You're going to decide a split. So let me explain the other 2 accounts. The lifestyle account is your license to blow. You're going to do whatever you want with the lifestyle account. Buy a handbag, buy a car, buy a house, buy whatever you want. You can go buy holidays in Maldives, but just make sure you don't blow it completely until you have no more money in it. Okay, so that's your lifestyle account. The fortress account is money you never ever touch except for investments. Never touch this money except for investments. That's the fortress account. And I'm going to come to what kind of investments very shortly. So now you understand this. Now you're going to make the biggest financial decision of your life. How many percent? How many percent are you going to do? So here are the common percentage splits: 90-10, 80-20, 70-30. These are the 3 most common percentage splits. One guy told me, he said, "Coach, you don't know my situation." I said, "What's your situation?" He says, "I can't even do 90-10. I got a lot of debt. I got to take care of my debt." I said, "Then do 99-1. Is it 1% in Fortress account?" I said, "Yes." He said, "What can 1% buy? 1% can't buy anything." I said, "Yes, it's not about the amount. It's about the habit. We're after the habit." Now, can we have the Fortress account money market? Hold on. So here's the thing. So you got the 3 physical bank accounts now. Later on, these bank accounts become portfolios. Like, for instance, in your Fortress account, you will still have that physical bank account, but there's a huge amount of portfolios in there. You may have auto calibrables, unit trusts, your EPF, you may have some ASB, you got all these futures, stocks, you got all this stuff. The whole thing is classified as your Fortress account. All right. And inside on this side, a lifestyle account, you may have a checkbook account, ATM account, and some other stuff. Maybe a savings account also, you might have it to save some of the lifestyle money. But essentially, you have 3 accounts. This is the holy trinity of your financial planning. Now, this is very, very, very important. Is the marketing account equivalent to no? Marketing account has nothing to do with anything that we're discussing. So marketing accounts is separate, something completely separate. Okay, so that we talked about that earlier in the morning. All right, now the 3 things. So question, I want to ask you guys, put it in the comments section, what's your percentage split starting in 1st March? What has your, so I have a rule, listen closely to my rule. So Kevin, 90-05, where's the other 5? It's got to be 90-10. So Munir's got 60-40, Jude's 50-50. Hold on a second, yeah? Okay, now comes the rules. Can't break my rules. So you can come up with any figure here, over here, but you can't break. Here's the rule. The rule is you can go up, but you can never go down, ever. Listen closely. So if you do 90-10, you can go up. You can go to 80-20. You can go to 20. You can never go back to 90-10. So Jude says he wants to do 50-50. You can never go back. So be careful. Start somewhere that's manageable and slowly start to go up. Once you go up, you can never, ever go back. This is important. So someone starts with 50-50, they can never go back, even if you're having a difficult time. You can't go back. You cannot touch the Fortress money for anything but investments, which I'll come to in a bit. So you got to make a decision. So many of you are doing 80-20, 90-10, and 70-30. That's quite common here. So that's a good start. That's a good start. And yeah, start straight away. So starting from March, and your February's money that comes in, you're going to do it already. So Jude's going to do 50-50. Okay, good. So if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Now, here's the thing. So once you've done this, Let's look at the magic. Watch this here. So I'm going to take a small amount. Let's say 10,000 bucks. All right. So John is earning 10,000 bucks into his sitting account. Watch this. So John gets 10,000. Let's do ringgit. He gets 10,000 ringgit in his sitting account, and John does a 70-30. So when you first do a 70-30, you may think you need more money. Your body will adjust. You will learn to live on 70%. If you can live on 100%, you can live on 70%. You might have to downgrade your lifestyle a little bit. So John now gets 70-30. What is 30% of 10,000? What's 30% of 10,000? Comment section. 30% of 10,000 is 3K, 3,000 ringgit. Very good. And what is 70%? 70% is? Wrong. The answer is, who cares? The answer is, nobody cares. You don't care what is in the lifestyle account because they're licensed to blow. Who cares whatever is there? Let's look at the 3,000. So now, in 1 year, so John is putting 3,000 a month in the lifestyle account. In 1 year, how much does John have? The 3,000 becomes? Now, you will think it's 36,000. Wrong. No, it doesn't become 36,000. Why? Because you attended my 2-day workshop. You need a tight slap if all you got is 36,000. You'll be having a lot more. You would be topping up more sales. And you probably have about 50,000 in there. So now, what can 50,000 buy? 50,000 is 10% down payment for a condo or a terrace house in Rawang or USJ, or in Sramban, you can get a semi-D. That's 50,000. It's a 10% down payment. You just bought a house and now you rent out this house and the rental starts paying for the loan. And guess what? Next year, you do it again. And then next year, you do it again. In 10 years, you may have 7 houses. And now one of the houses that has appreciated is double. You can sell that now. And one of your houses double, sell it, pay off the loan, you can cash out at 300,000. Things are starting to change. And guess what? It's autopilot. You don't have to do anything. This is mind-blowing when you realize this. And the sitting account must always be zero, yeah? So someone's asking for sitting account. Sitting account is always zero. Money in, split. It's always zero. Well, you leave about 10 bucks in there or 50 bucks. The banks always have a habit of charging you something. So just leave about 10 bucks in there. But this is the thing. Imagine what happens in your finances, guys. Like Kevin is saying, oh man, I wish I knew this 20 years ago. Exactly, Kevin. I've been teaching this for 15 years and people have been minting money. That's why the magazines, they hound me to interview me. They want to know what the hell is Jeevan teaching. And my clients are getting rich on autopilot because they just follow the system. I say it again. When the profit account gets fat, when the Fortress account gets fat and fat and fat, invest. You can start buying stuff. That's how I bought my properties. You just buy and it's effortless. You're living on 70%. And people think, hey, how are you doing it? Hey, Kevin, how are you doing it, man? How did you buy these 5 properties? You're so lucky. What's luck got to do with it? And they're saying, Jojo, Maxine, how are you doing? How come you've got 10 properties? And the guy said, I don't even have 1, you got 10. And you're like, well, I went for Jeevan's workshop and I learned it. That's how I got it. You see? Now, Jenton saying, hold on, don't jump the gun, Jenton. I'm coming. Relax. But here's the thing. Get it first, guys. 3 bank accounts. You got to get this. This is going to blow you away. So starting 1st March, your February's money, start the split. Do it. Don't think twice. Get your 3 bank accounts up. Make sure it's done. Now you can open any kind of bank. One of my clients, so cute. He opened his Fortress account in Agro Bank. What the heck? He opened in Agro. He said it's so inconvenient to him, so he will never touch that money. He went to Agro Bank. So his Fortress account is his Agro Bank, which is so inconvenient for him to go and get his money out. So you can open whatever bank you want. Now, if you need discipline and if you don't have the discipline, go and open it in the bank account. It's very far away and don't say you don't want online access. So here's the thing. What would happen if you were putting in 30,000 a month? 30,000 a month coming in and is splitting. Let's say you did what Jude does and you're doing 50-50. So 15-15. You live on 15,000. Now this 15,000 in 1 year, you've got about 200K inside. That 200K, you can buy a 2 million building, shop lot, 2 million ringgit, a 10% down payment, or you can buy a 500,000 ringgit, again, condo or house with 30%, 30, 40% down payment. So the rental is severely giving you now excess in passive income. Life's going to change. Life's going to change when you do this. And this is key number 3. Are you guys learning lots? Type it in the comments. Say, I'm learning lots. So if you're blown away, say, I'm blown away. If you're blown away, you're blown away. Share it out. This is life changing. What a 2 days it's been, hasn't it? If you love Jeevan, say, I love Jeevan. You can put it in there. So this is the thing. It's been a major 2 days. And there you go. And this is only key number 3. I got 8 keys for you. You want some more? You guys want some more or not? The fun is only beginning now, yeah? Would you like some more? Would you want some more? Let's go for this. New guys in the room, are you having fun? Are you learning? Say something, new guys in the room. Say, yes, I'm learning tons. I don't hear from some of the new guys in the room. I think quite a lot of new guys here, and I've seen the comments as well. You're learning lots, say you're learning lots. Okay, now, so watch this closely, yeah? Okay? Watch this closely. Maxine, say quick, don't waste time. Relax, Maxine. All right, now, key number 1 was about creating breakthroughs. Key number 2 is wealth levels. Key number 3 is financial planning. These 3 form the foundations of your wealth mastery. Now the fun begins. Now the fun begins. Are you ready? Now the fun begins. Key number 4. Key number 4 is why I'm rich, why my clients are rich, why many of you here are rich, why Sam is rich, why a lot of you are rich, is key number 4. This is the language of the centimillionaires and billionaires. And key number 4 is asset allocation. Write it down. What is that? Asset allocation. Write it down. Asset allocation. Come on, somebody give it to me. Thank you, Ibrahim. Jeevan, you're a genius. Thank you. Okay, come on, put it in. Asset allocation. Key number 4. Asset allocation. Somebody type it out. Thank you, Shamir. All right, listen very closely now. There are 2 allocations. The secret word of wealth is asset allocation. You've got to allocate assets. Now, let me give it to you plain and simple. There are only 3 vehicles in the world to make money. That's it. Whatever stuff that's out there, there are only 3 vehicles to make money, and that is B, R, and P. B stands for business. R stands for real estate. P stands for paper. Business means employee or employer. It doesn't matter, because both of you are getting something called cash flow. Employees are getting salary. Employers are getting dividends and salary and everything else, cash flow. So that's business. Now your Kangen business is a business. So you got B covered. You got business. R is real estate. That is properties. Properties, there's only 2 types in the world, landed and sky. Sky is all those strata properties like condos, office lots, those are sky. Land is what? Terrace house, bungalow, fish pond, mountain, jungle, all that is land. So, and P stands for paper. Paper is what? Fixed deposit, unit trust, futures, options, stocks, autocallables, all this stuff is paper. Now, if you want to be multimillionaires and above, you got to do all 3. You got to do Forex will come under paper. You got to do all 3. And that is now, question is, what is your asset allocation? So when you take the profit account money, how much are you allocating in BRP? Are you doing, for example, John would do 20%, 60%, 20%. So 20% in business, he buys another business, 60% in real estate, 20% in paper. Or James might do 10% in business, 30% in real estate, 60% in paper. What's your asset allocation? Crypto, many people are using online portals like Luno, so it would fall under paper. So gold, funnily enough, if you're using the paper gold, it'll come under paper. If you're buying physical gold bullion, which I don't recommend, then it'll come under real estate. It's a property. So that's where it would come. So everything would come under BRP. Now, what's your allocation? The key to your wealth is asset allocation. You got to find a sweet spot. You got to find a combination. So there are 2 kinds of asset allocation. Allocation 1 is the macro allocation. Allocation 2 is the micro allocation. Unit trust is an example of allocation. For people who are beginners at this, if you're fairly new, I only recommend 2, real estate and unit trust. For those of you who are fairly new at wealth building, later on, when you're a sophisticated investor, other things will open up for you, structured investments and things like that, which you could also lose a lot of money on. So in the beginning, you want to do real estate and you want to do unit trust. Ironically, these two, especially for Malaysia, you can make a lot of money with these two. I've been investing in unit trust, for instance, for 21 years. So Pauline says, I got no money to invest in real estate. Take your right hand, tight slap on your face, left hand, tight slap, because you got to get to work. You got to get to work on your business if you got no money. So do not allow that story to manifest. Remember, creating breakthroughs? Give yourself a slap so that you don't allow the story into your life anymore, and you get out there and you attend the August session and learn how to grow your business like everyone learned in the 2 days with me. Never accept your stories of poverty, guys. Go for wealth. Go for BRP, asset allocation. So now decide, what's your allocation? How much is going to go into paper? And inside paper, it goes even more. Now, allocation number 2 is micro allocation. So let me help you out. So now let's take paper, and we take one of the methods of paper called unit trust. Would you like to learn how to invest in unit trust? Would you like to learn? Would you like to learn from a billionaire? Not me. I learned a strategy, a method from a billionaire, from a billionaire Tony Robbins interviewed. Would you like to know what it is? Have you heard of Ray Dalio? So Tony Robbins interviewed Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is the #1 hedge fund manager in the world. He's the he owns the #1 hedge funds in the world. And so Tony Robbins is a billionaire. And Tony Robbins interviewed him and wrote about this interview in Money Master the Game, the book Money Master the Game. And Tony Robbins told him, said, can you give me an all-weather fund? A kind of investing in funds, mutual funds, that whether the market goes up or down, you'll always make money. So Ray said, that's really tough, Ray Dalio. And but Tony said, look, Ray, if anyone can do it, you can do it. So Ray finally gave him a model. I thought, how interesting is this? And I followed Ray's model. So I do a lot of unit trust investing. And I followed it, and guess what? Even during the pandemic, with all the lockdowns and the crashing of the market, the model still made money. Fantastic. Would you like to know the model? You want to know the model? Say yes. If you say yes, I'll tell you the model. Come on, I want 10 yeses, and then I'll tell you the model. Otherwise, I'm moving on. 10 yeses, and I'll tell you the model. All right, here's the model. So here's what Ray said. Okay, so let's pick 10,000 ringgit, 10K. Now, Ray said this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 types of funds, 5 classes of funds. So the first one is equity. Second one is long-term bonds. Third one is medium-term bonds. Fourth one is commodities. Fifth one is gold. And you can go read up on this on Tony Robbins' book, Money Master the Game. So you take 10,000 ringgit, and now you're going to divide it into all of these areas. So I'm just using 10,000 ringgit as an example. For equity, Ray said 30%, not more than 30% of your wealth into equity. Or in this case, the allocation of the paper. So 30% would be 3,000 ringgit. For long-term bonds, it's 40%. That's 4,000 ringgit. For medium-term bonds, it's 15%. So that's 1,500 ringgit. For commodities, it's 750 ringgit, 7.5%. And gold, 7.5% as well. So that's 750. So look at these numbers for a while, guys. Bonds form about 55%. Because bonds are generally quite, so I was like, what? So I've got some funds I use a Dalio model, and other funds I'm very high risk. I go very aggressive. So I did this, and I started investing, and I thought, and of course with the COVID pandemic, funds went up, down. Like my China funds have been hit massively, gone down. You just have to wait, and it's going to go back up again. But the thing is, with the Dalio model, it's steady growth. And I thought, wow, this guy was onto something. Brilliant. So commodity 7.5% and gold 7.5%. Totals up to 100%. And I thought, no, it's not as aggressive as you would want it to be. It's quite solid. It's a little bit slow. I find it a bit slow for me, but you know what? It's solid. And so I say it again, equities 30%, long-term bonds 40%, medium-term bonds 15%, commodities 7.5%, gold 7.5%. Thank you, Jude. So there you go. Follow what Jude said. Take a screenshot on what Jude said. And there you go. So welcome, guys. That's an example of allocation 2. All right. Another example of allocation 2 can be taking the real estate money and you invest in terrace houses, about 3 or 4 terrace houses, or 1 or 2 semi-Ds, and maybe 2 or 3 bungalows. All this is asset allocation. Your wealth comes from asset allocation. After you've done the financial planning, the holy trinity of financial planning, you take the profit account and you go to asset allocation. Then you got the macro allocation and you got the micro allocation. Are you learning lots? Am I blowing you away? Share in the comments. Are you learning lots? Are you glad you're here today? Amazing, isn't it? So that's key number 4. Now let's go to key number 5. So key number 4 is asset allocation. So I hope you really think hard about this one. Come back in August for my session. Yeah, you're going to learn lots. So yes, it is fast and it's going to get faster. All right, key number 5. Key number 5 is personal growth. Now, I want you to write this down. Wealth equals personal development. I cannot emphasize this again and again and as much as I can. It's just absolutely amazing because here's the thing. Your wealth will always equal your personal development. If your personal development goes up, your wealth will catch up. If your personal development goes down, your wealth will drop back down. So this is important. Today, in the two days with me, has your personal development gone through the roof? Type a yes. If your personal development has gone through the roof because of the 2 days you spend with me, type in a yes. What you think is going to happen to your wealth? Your wealth is going to shoot up like a cannonball because of your personal development that I worked on with you in these 2 days. We did such hard work yesterday and today. I mean, those who came in as visitors, you've missed a hell of a lot. Come back in August for the full session. All of you who were here with me for the 2 full days, was this one of the best sessions you've ever attended in your life? Drop me a yes if that's the case. So that's how powerful my stuff is. I've been coaching for 21 years and making people millions. And today you got a window into how I do that. And you got a chance to do the same. So you got to work on your personal development. So I'm going to give you a key here. There are 2 keys to personal growth, personal development, 2 keys. Number 1 is earning ability. You must do whatever you can do to increase your earning ability. By learning from me, marketing, sales, relationships, you've increased your earning ability already. You are able to learn more and more, earn more and more simply because of the things you learned yesterday and today. You can do the marketing planning like I told you. You can do the sales skills like I told you. You work on the mindsets like I told you. So your earning ability is incredible. The second thing is asset allocation 1 and 2. Your skill of asset allocation in 1 and 2. Your skill of asset allocation 1 and your skill of asset allocation 2. How are you allocating assets? That is something only you can develop. So your skill of asset allocation will determine your personal growth. Am I making sense, guys? Yeah, I told you my wealth mastery is mind-blowing stuff. So that's key number 5, all right? Now we go to key number 6. Key number 6 is goals. I spent a lot of time on this previously because here's the thing. If I pick 10 people, not you guys, but let's say friends of yours, if I pick 10 people, I can guarantee you 9 of them have no goals for their finances, no wealth goals. They may have business goals or personal goals. They got no wealth goals. In fact, you might not have had wealth goals either. If you want to be wealthy, you need wealth goals. My clients all have plans, master plans on their wealth. They've got wealth goals, whether it's passive income goals, whether it's net worth goals, number of property goals, you name it, but they've got wealth goals. So you need to have wealth goals and you need to have assignments that you work on, projects that you work on to achieve those wealth goals. Maybe one of your wealth goals is to buy 100,000 ringgit worth of Dalio funds, unit trust model that I shared with you today. Maybe that's a wealth goal. Maybe your wealth goal is to buy 3 properties in the next 4 years. Maybe that's your wealth goal. You see? So you got to have goals. All right. So that's key number 6. Key number 7. Wealth key number 7. Now, all of you learned this yesterday, all you champions. I jumped the gun by giving it to you earlier, those of you who are with me. But the newbies, you learn it now. Key number 7 is SSF. Singapore, France. SSF. Key number 7 is a nuclear weapon. It'll make you so rich. I'm not even kidding. SSF is something, it's a formula to condition your subconscious mind, to reprogram your subconscious mind that I invented many years ago. I invented this formula to help my clients reprogram their subconscious mind. So that is key number 7, SSF. What does SSF stand for? Type it out. Say it, see it, feel it. Say it, see it, feel it. That is SSF. Say it, see it, feel it. Now, how does this work? So what's going to happen is this. You write down your goals, whether you got 5 goals, 6 goals, 8 goals, whatever the goals are. Every day, 2 times a day, AM and PM, you're going to SSF. You will sit down and you take the first goal and then you say it, see it till you say the goal out. As you say it out in present tense or past tense, never in future tense, you then close your eyes and you start seeing yourself behaving and acting in that goal. If your goal is to buy a BMW 5 Series black color, you see yourself driving that to Port Dickson, driving it to London, driving wherever. You see it so clearly and then you feel it as you're seeing it. Your subconscious mind is taking photographs and is becoming immersed in that goal, and it's going to give you a lot of ideas on how to get that goal. So you do your SSF 2 times a day, every day. Every one of my clients does it 2 times a day, every day, which is why they market dominate. They dominate markets. And one of my clients I was telling you about is, and Sam knows this lady, she's a dentist. I took a business of 30,000 a month to 5 million a year, 1 clinic to 3 clinics. And she does SSF every day, 2 times a day. So you're going to do it and do it and do it. So all the new people in the room, you're probably hearing about SSF for the first time. So tell yourself, starting from tomorrow, you're just going to do it. You'll take your goals and you'll say it, see it, feel it. Say it, see it, feel it. And you do it 2 times a day, every day. And your subconscious mind is going to start giving you information and telling you what to do. If you're going to do that, say, yes, I'll do it. Say, yes, I'll do it in the comments box. Tell me, yes, I'm going to do it. And tell me in August how much money you made because you did it. How exciting is that? Okay, now we come to key number 8. Okay, are you ready for key number 8? So under Wealth Mastery, I told you there will be 8 keys. Of the 8 keys, I cannot explain key number 8. I don't know why key number 8 works. I don't think anyone knows why key number 8 works, but everyone knows it works. I don't know how to understand key number 8, but I do know it works very well. And key number 8 is quite possibly one of the most powerful keys on wealth out there. And I learned about key number 8 21 years ago. I can't explain it. It's just too powerful. So, someone's asking, can you please provide 1 to 4 keys 1 to 4? Someone type it out and help Jay out. So tell him what keys 1 to 4. All right, guys, let's get ready for key number 8. So key number 8. Are you ready for key number 8? And like I said, this is the only key. I know it works and it works extremely well, but I also don't know why it works. I don't think anyone knows why it works. I think God just set up the universe that way, and that's why it works. So if you're ready, say I'm ready. Say I'm ready for key number 8, because key number 8 is such a beautiful key. It's one of the most beautiful wealth keys in the world. And the billionaires practice it, the centimillionaires practice it, the decamillionaires practice it, the multimillionaires practice it. Many of the poor don't practice it, and which is a real shame. Okay, so here's key number 8. Listen closely. Key number 8 is give 10%. Give 10%. Whatever you make in life, give away 10% to charity. Give 10%. Now, why 10%? I don't know. I just know I do the studies, I see the patterns, I tell you the patterns. And I'm telling you 10% is it. Some of the richest people in the world, you'll see it, they just give 10%. So I give. I know a lot of my clients who give, and I know a lot of very rich people who give. Give 10% to charity. Now, in the Bible, it says this: when you give to God, God doesn't like to owe anyone money. God blesses those who give. Now, in the Bible, it's the only place ever that God says, test me and see if it's not true that I would give you in abundance. So the only place God says test me is in giving 10%. And so I want to tell you a story. You guys want a story? Want a story or not? Tell you a story? You guys want a story? You guys love my stories, right? So let me tell you a story, okay? This is a beautiful story. So in 1999, my father passed away. My dad died of cancer, and it was a horrible time. I came back, I graduated from university. I did a double degree in England, human resource management and business administration. So I came back in June or July. And in November that year, my dad passed away, and it was a very bad hit for all of us. And, I was trying to make things work, and I started a travel agency and all that sort of stuff. And so we were all taken a very bad hit when dad passed away. And then about a year later, I started my business coaching company. And we were struggling, we were struggling as a family and everything because dad had passed away and all, and things were difficult. And that Christmas, I remember, I knew my mom needed some money. I knew my mom needed money. My mom's too proud. She'll never ask us for money. She'll never ask us for anything. So I had about 13,000 bucks in my bank, and I took a check and I wrote 10,000 ringgit for my mom. and I wrapped it up. And I went and gave it to her. And my mom, when she opened it, she said, whoa, 10,000 ringgit about 21 years ago was a lot of money. And so I gave it to mom. I was like, whoa. So mom didn't know that's all I had. So she thought that I must be minting money out there and all that stuff. And she was, wow. And then she's showing the relatives, saying, look at what my son gave me. Look at what my son gave me. And I was so excited. I was just looking and wow. And then I was thinking, oh God, crap, I got nothing left. And so I was very happy, and I was blessed with it. I was really happy. And then something magical happened. 2 weeks later, I closed a massive deal effortlessly for a net profit of 35,000 ringgit. It was 31 or 35,000, something like that. Just like that, I got that money effortlessly. And more started to pour in, just like that. I was like, wow, what's this? And then I noticed throughout my life, every time I gave money to charity, I would get back 10 times, 5 times, 100 times that money from different sources. And I'm like, wow, I give to so much charity now. I even sit on the board for the Dignity for Children Foundation. I sit on the board for that. And it's a foundation that educates 1,500 refugee kids. And I'm one of the board members. And I coached that foundation for free for 4 years and turned the whole thing around. And I continue giving and sponsoring children, and money keeps coming back. I tell this to my clients, they start doing it, money comes in. It's insane. I had an insurance agent come up to me and he said, Coach, I'm struggling. I don't have much money. I said, look, find a charity that your heart is moved by and give money. Give money. He said, what happened? I said, you just get money. He said, so he went and gave 1,000 ringgit to an old folks home. And then he calls me up the next day and said, nothing happened also? Nothing happened? I said, it doesn't work like that. You got to just give and forget about it. Just give it with a good energy, joyfully give. So I said, okay, fine, but nothing's happening. And then he just let it go. 2 weeks later, he closed a contract where the premium was I think, 30,000 ringgit or something. And he just started making more and more. Now, the Malays have zakat. I think it's 5%. So you could do another 5% by giving it out personally. So that brings it up to 10%. Now, what do you give it to? I noticed something. It doesn't have to be a church or a temple or a mosque, and it doesn't have to be that. It has to be a charity. Any charity can be your mother, can be a poor person, any charity that your heart is moved by. Whatever your heart is moved by, can be a school, can be anything. It doesn't matter. I give to 2 major kinds of charities: children, and don't laugh, and turtles. I don't know why. I love children and turtles. So I support children and turtles. I support turtles, So I give to turtle charities. So there you go. And what about you? So you're going to start. I tell you now, guys, you all of you do this tomorrow. If you cannot do 10%, do something. Maybe give $1,000, $3,000, 1,000. I don't care what it is. Just do it and see what happens to you. You come and tell me what happened to you. God, when God watches that, he will bless you with wealth. Now, here's the funny thing. If you give books, you will get back books. If you give food, you'll get back food. You give clothes, you'll get back clothes. If you give money, you get back money. Don't ask me what happens if you give beer. I don't know. But that's the thing. So I want to challenge all of you to go and do that. And that's just going to blow you away. Amazing stuff, isn't it? Yeah, so just give. And I just give every, and if I ever find I'm in a place where I need to get a lot of money really quickly, I just start giving. And then bang, everything happens. I don't know why this works like that. I think God just designed the universe for it to work this way. And give from your heart. Give it from your heart. Don't look at what other people are giving and giving according to them. Give it from your heart, and then just see what happens. Yeah. So, but the formula I've noticed is 10%. I noticed that somehow sits well with the universe. So now someone did ask what account. You can give it from the top. I said money enters into a sitting account. 10% can straight away go into charity, or you can give it from the lifestyle account. That's entirely up to you. All right. But you design how you're going to do it. But do give it from your heart and give it to a good cause. And all of us have got a divine spark given for our heart to be excited about something. Some people is to save dolphins. Some people save beavers. Some is to save trees. I don't get inspired by beavers or trees. I'm inspired by turtles and children. So you could be inspired by dogs and cats, or or insects. I don't know. It could be anything. But everyone's got a little divine spark. Are you guys learning lots? Have you learned so much today? Yeah? Amazing, isn't it? 2 amazing days with me. So So see, these are the 8 keys for wealth mastery. Very quickly again. Key number 1 was creating breakthroughs. Key number 2 is wealth levels. Key number 3 is the financial planning. Key number 4, asset allocation. Key number 5, personal growth. Key number 6, goals. Key number 7, SSF. Key number 8, give 10%. So these are the 8 keys for wealth mastery. Now, if you master all the 8 keys, you master wealth. And you're going to do very, very well. You're going to do very, very well. So you've learned about mindset, all the 7 championship mindsets that make you super successful, mindsets that I've coached people in and made them super successful. You've learned about sales skills. You've learned about marketing strategies, marketing methods. You've learned about the relationship practices. You've learned self-mastery, how to master yourself. You've learned wealth mastery. Last one last mastery to go, and that is time mastery. So we have time for time mastery. So we're going to finish this session, these 2 amazing days. Remember what I said on day 1? Just like that, it would be Sunday, 9 o'clock. Remember that? Just like that, it would be Sunday, 9 o'clock. And that's what happened. And are you all regretting that it's almost come to an end? Are you regretting? Say yes. I said, don't go. So if you're regretting, pop it in the comments. Say yes, don't go. That's it. So what an amazing time. And thank you for such immeasurable, super participation. You guys were absolutely awesome. So let's finish this with time mastery. And I hope to see all of you in August. So talk to the team. Make sure you lock everybody in, the visitors. I know you're cracking your head going, what the heck did Jeevan talk about in sales and marketing? Just come in August. Come in August and learn again, learn everything. So they're going to close I think they closed the sessions at 500 packs. So already something like over 100 people have already bought tickets. So sign up really quickly. Now, the last mastery is time mastery. Now, time mastery, I give you one formula. You master this formula, you master your time. Would that be powerful? Would that be very powerful if you learn how to master your time? Answer me. Would that be very powerful if you learn how to master your time? Yeah. So I'm going to give you the formula now. Follow the formula exactly. How you use the formula, you can use a journal, you can use a diary, you can use a planner, you can use a laptop. Doesn't really matter, but the formula applies to whatever you want to use. Now, the concept here is this. You want to own the day. If you own the day, you can own the month, the week, the year, the whatever. So the key is own the day. Own the day. If you can own your day, you can own anything. So how you own your day? Here's my formula. Someone type it out. The formula is G6SQS. G6SQS. All right, let's have a look. So here's what you're going to do. G stands for goals. G stands for goals. So every day, using either your journal or an exercise book, whatever you want, you are going to write down your goals 2 times a day, every day, including Saturdays and Sundays. You can't take the weekends off, but I say, what the heck, do it anyway. Every day you write down your goals. As you write, you can even do your SSF. But you write your goals down 2 times a day, every day. The 6 stands for the top 6 things by 6 p.m. Then you write down the top 6 things you've got to get done by 6 p.m. Can someone tell me what is one of the 6 things you got to get done by 6 p.m. tomorrow? Somebody tell me, what's that? What is that? What is something you got to get done by 6 p.m. tomorrow? Maybe open a bank account, another bank account. What else? What must you get done by 6 p.m. tomorrow? What is something that you got to get done by 6 p.m. tomorrow? Type it out. Let me have a look. So think about it. So the G stands for goals. You write down your goals 2 times a day. The 6 stands for the top 6 things that you got to get done by 6 p.m., like writing your Kangen demo script, investing, repeating my notes, all that. Now, the next one is the G6SQS. The first S stands for schedule. Now you schedule your day. From 6 to 9 in the morning, what are you going to do? 9 to 12, what are you going to do? 12 to 3, what are the things you're going to do? 3 to 6, what are you going to do? And then finally wind down, 6 to 9, what are you going to do? These are the blocks, the different blocks of time. Schedule everything that you're going to do tomorrow. Schedule it all. So G6SQS, the Q stands for quote of the day. Get a quote, maybe something Jeevan said, like earlier I said in marketing, there are no rules. I said, business is mathematics. Take one of my quotes, put it down, meditate on this quote the whole day. Think about this quote the whole day. It can be a nice phrase, it can be something, because you want to give something positive to your brain. to think about the whole day. And the last S is successes. These are the pats on the back. End of the day, as you write your goals you're writing down AM and PM, all right? End of the day, when you wrote down your goals, write down your successes for the day. It can be small successes, big, like maybe, you went to the dentist, that's a success. Pat yourself on the back. You attended Jeevan's 2 days, that's a success. Pat yourself on the back. You helped an old lady cross the road, that's a success. You helped someone carry their bags, that's a success. And you're going to keep writing your success. Now, if you do this, G6SQS, you own the day. You own the day. It's brilliant. So let me say it again. G stands for goals. The 6 stands for top 6 things by 6 p.m. The S stands for schedule. The Q stands for quotes, quote of the day. And the S stands for successes. And that's how you win. That's how you own the day. Make sense, guys? Have you learned a lot? Are you blown away now? Have you learned so much? Lots to think about, lots to chew on, lots to work on. Have you learned so much in these 2 days with me? Brilliant, isn't it? So it's been quite an honor to work with you on these 2 days. It's been such a lot of fun and quite an honor. And I'm going to be back in August. I'll be telling you the exact same thing, but lots of different stories. But it'll be the exact same thing. So come again, come and repeat, sit and sit and sit until you get it so strong in your heart and in your head. And more important than anything else, you've got to apply everything you learn. For the visitors, you've got Wealth Mastery and Time Mastery. Please apply everything that you've learned. Make full use of the free session you got for the Kangen distributors. Apply all the things that you learned. It was truly an honor, and you guys were really, really good at participating as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I bless you with extreme success. Extreme success in 2022. I bless you with that. You will be very, very successful. Get out there and make it big. Make it big. All right. Thank you very, very much again. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Take care. Keep well. Simon, over to you. All yours.
Awesome, Coach. Personally, thank you so much for these 2 days. Ladies and gentlemen, did Coach Jeevan, handsome Jeevan, somebody called handsome Jeevan, did Coach Jeevan gave us a wonderful 2-day weekend. Was it amazing? Was it, much better than watching TV, going shopping, and you're here learning how to build your wealth, sales, and marketing, and all this kind of stuff from Jeevan, right? So let's give Jeevan a big round of applause, or this we call it Zoom clap. Let's give Jeevan a big round of applause. Thank you, Coach. Looking forward to see you back here in August. Thank you so much. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, are you guys pumped up already to apply what you have learned? If yes, type 1 in the chat box. And for those of you who are here for the first time, those people who came in for the Time Mastery and Wealth Mastery, they were invited by some of your good friends here that decided to share this session with you. If you have learned a lot and you're coming back here, you want to get a ticket for yourself for August. All right. Those people who want to get a ticket for yourself and your team for August, please type August in the chat box. You want to come back. You want to bring your team. You want to build a massive business. You want to grow your team into different heights and like never you have done before, right? You need to come back to this event over and over again. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give out the good news again. I'm going to share the flyer to those of you who just joined us. So we will be hosting Coach Jeevan again in August. And this is the August details, right? So the Sales and Marketing Masterclass, 27th and 28th of August. Saturday and Sunday, the timing is as such. All right. And I'll be posting the link as well in the comment box. Now, the normal price for this event, ladies and gentlemen, is $100 or 400 ringgit Malaysia. Okay. Now, we have a series of early bird prices that you can also buy the tickets on. But for those of you who are on this call today, we have a promotion that is going to end in the next 3 hours. All right, this is determined by the organizer, but we have decided to give a very good incentive and promotion for all of you guys. This will end in the next 3 hours. Instead of paying $30 or 120 ringgit for a ticket, you can now get it at $25 or 100 ringgit. All right. So Enagic Malaysia in the comment box has just posted the link, and this is going to be there for the next 2 hours and 50